Welcome back to our next episode of the Happy Era podcast. Today's a special day because we have our oat daddies on the show. So today we're joined by Daniel number 1 and Daniel number 2. I'll let you guys decide which one is which. Tell us about yourselves.
All right. Well, I like that opening. Thank you. I am Daniel number 1 in many ways. Daniel Carson to be exact. And I'm happy to be here with you guys. This is exciting for those of you that aren't watching this because I don't even know if we're filming it. We are in Dom's bed right now because we're calling this, what was it? Pillow Talk?
Pillow Talk.
Love that. And right now Dom is hugging us. Again, you may not know that, but it's really nice in here. It's okay. Don't worry about filming it. We got the voices.
I've been winking at the camera the whole time.
Okay.
That was me you're winking at. And we're the Daniels from Goldy's. Super excited to be here and chat with the Beck broads. Can we do that?
Beck Broad. Still BB.
Okay.
Still BB. I like
Schreiber, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I actually didn't know that this was your first guest appearance on your podcast. So feeling super special. Thank you for that. Thank you for
That's
that.
a good word.
Yeah, and we're gonna probably just like repeat each other's like special words because we're
spesh
hearing it for the
words.
special words. We're
Yeah.
hearing it for the first time. What are some words that you guys like that we don't know about?
Oh, I love the word swass.
Swass.
Yeah.
That sounds like a short form of a word that I don't like.
Well, this morning, Becky walked in and I had just finished my workout and she said, "You're going to shower right now? You have to be quick." And I said, "Yeah, I have swass."
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
Sweaty ass.
Thanks for clarifying.
I have a word that I've liked, but I can't get it to catch on, even though it's not my word. It was a celebrity so it was Tom Segura, the comedian.
love
So
Tom
have you
Segura.
seen the bit where he gives his mom gummies and then his mom texts him and she's like, "Tommy, I'm fizzing." I was like, fizzing is the best word. Like, this is a word that should be widely used in the English canon.
It's like Mean Girls with fetch. Like we try to invent your own words. But there's an age disparity between our company and your company, and so I feel like you guys can teach us a lot of those like young cool words that we don't know.
And what can
like
we teach
swass.
them?
We
I
had
feel
like
like-
Coolio.
Oh, yeah.
See, we say a lot of things that we say at Beck's Broth. We say slay a lot, and unbelievably, like we say that a lot. We say slay down a lot. We don't even know what that means. But if someone says, "Hey, I'm just so busy today," slay down, queen.
Slay down.
Like calm down, but
no,
keep the sleigh alive.
Like get to fucking work. Like
slay
have
the
fun.
house down.
Slay the house down.
And what's sleigh up? That's a whole other meaning.
You know what? We don't even know yet, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
I like it. What do we have, Carson, from our childhood? Like, what's a sick?
Just jumping into. So I said sick. Coolio was a big one. Burn on you big fat poo was a
That's
nice one.
one kid in our elementary school who said it, and we just keep on saying it
We
for the
keep
rest
saying
of our
it.
lives.
But there is a definite difference between like millennial language. What do you guys even consider? You're ish.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah,
When were you
technically.
born?
Yeah, 95.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're the end,
And you?
and we're the beginning. Like
99.
Okay.
What is that?
That's, I think the last year millennial is 98.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not an
millennials. We're not even
astrologist.
millennials. We're zennials. We're the super special
Yeah.
generation that remembers analog and digital.
There we go.
So
We're like
special.
a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
But anyway, so excited to be here now that we got into our language.
Lovely.
The Beck's team, the Goldy's team, the mashup everybody wanted. Is this the beginning of a product launch?
Will
maybe?
it be a product mashup?
I sure as heck hope so. I mean, not our first innovation that we just tried like
That
10
didn't
minutes
work.
ago. That didn't work, but we're going to keep on trying.
Should we tell that story quickly? What happened? So Schreiber brought, for those of you out there,
I had a
we
vision.
Schreiber had a vision. We were driving here. He's like, I'm going to bring our protein oatmeal that we just launched, and it's going to be our original flavor. So there's no really added flavors at all in any sense. No fruits, no sweeteners, nothing, no sugars, no date powder, nothing. Just a blank slate. And he's like, you know what's going to be great in this blank slate? Some Beck's Broth hot chocolate.
Obviously, because we don't have a cacao flavor.
Yeah, we don't have a chocolate flavor. There's no cocoa, no cacao, nothing with that bean whatsoever. And so he brought it, opened it up, dumped the Beck's Broth in. It looked delicious.
It looked the part.
He took a bite. He's like, this is
disgusting.
it's not very good. Having said
need
that,
some
we
tweaks.
we need some tweaks with the ratios. I think the ratios were off.
Yeah. And to be fair, not every, like, it's not easy to create a product. Like, people go through R&D. We'll go through a couple of more integrations. We'll figure it out. But I think it'll be the hottest collab in town. I feel like I love that.
be cool.
Yeah. Also, just like to preface while we get into this, do you guys remember like when and how we first met and became friends?
So want to bring it up. for myself because I was trying to think about it, and I don't remember when we first met. I just remember like a relationship. Because I want to say it was like the
I know
first
where it
gluten-free
was.
garage.
No, it wasn't it at CHFA, and you were in the like innovations
aisle. That's
aisle.
right.
Yeah,
And then we
incubator alley.
came over and we're like, oh,
That's
cute blonde girl.
right.
Let's talk to her for a bit.
That's right.
And it worked out.
And then we planned our pool party at the Venture Park Summit, which, by the way, we need a redemption pool party. 100%.
Oh, yeah. There's
But
no.
this time I'm sleeping over and I'm gonna get fucked up.
So hold on. So what was your memory back of
Okay,
our first interaction at CHFA?
I don't know if I remember the absolute like the first interaction. I just remember like instantly falling in love with you guys and being like, ooh, like those are my guys.
Before they get to know me.
Hey, you know what? I got to know you, and I still
distinction.
love you. Don't worry. But that was it. And I was trying to remember, and I was like, I don't even know like what made us like attracted to each other first. But then I just knew that.
So I have a feeling about that. I feel like there's like a cohort of founders like that came up with us, and like I can name them, but like definitely like you guys and us kind of like lock eyes, and it's like, okay, we're on this journey together. And then, you know, over time people drop off because of different reasons, and so, you know, you filter out and weed out, you know, whoever's not going to make it. And then, you know, we look at you guys, and the funny thing is that you guys have the opposite business model as us, which is really cool. Like we did literally like no online sales, no social media, just like went after stores and distribution, and you guys did the exact opposite. But both came up, you know, relatively successfully. I don't want to toot anyone's horn, but yeah, that's that was
Toot
really
my
cool
horn,
for me.
baby.
I'm down.
Oh yes. And so then at the show it was like synergies right away. Like we knew that, like, and that's what I personally like about this industry is that like you meet these other brands and they're like relationships, and there's like it's a whole new world for me, at least, coming into like this part of the universe, and just the support from other brands, like even brands that are quote unquote competitors or offer some of their products seem to support you, like it seems to, or at least publicly.
Yeah, the CPG founder industry is one of the most special things
really
out
friendly.
there. The amount of friends,
I don't know other people
yeah.
that have the same experience in their founder industry. It's very unique. There's no competition. Like you're not feeling like you want to take somebody down. You just want to win the consumer.
I can even call like our like competitor and ask them questions and riff with them. Like, and like they're so open with it. It's just like, yeah, like no, like I want to help you, like, or just like things like that. People that we don't really have a direct competitor in our space, so it's people that are kind of running along similar areas, but everyone just still wants to help. And if you're going to ask the question
too, but I give him like a Liam Neeson voice, like I will find you and I will kill you. Let me ask you this though, who else founder wise, brand wise in our industry do you feel the same about? Because there's a couple of other people. Who is it for you?
I would say
No
Tony from
offense,
Queen
yeah.
Street Bakery is
Yeah.
like, I'm obsessed with Tony. Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Call me if you need anything.
Yeah, we learned so much from him. I would say Andrew from Flourish as well. I think I don't know how Dom. You don't know him. So
Oh,
him,
you need to know
He's really good friends with
Flourish
Tony.
or Flourish?
Flourish.
Why are you laughing? They're a flower product.
Sorry. Yeah, no, you're so right.
And I'm ESL.
You're
So
there we
I'm
go.
allowed to ask these questions to clarify.
Flowerish was one of the words from our childhood too. So that's
Oh
why
yeah,
We can play
flowerish.
the game of things that Schreiber learned late in life.
Do you spell flower like FLOWER?
I
Like flower?
No, I spell things properly in the end.
In the end.
In the end.
Yeah.
But there's things that I learned late in life. Like I'll give you a great example. Two great examples. I recently learned, and this is still mind blowing to me, but it's not off-putting, it's off-putting. And I always thought the pudding went bad.
What?
I don't want any. Like it's the pudding is off. That's what I thought my whole life. And then somebody's like, it's off-putting, and I was like, what does that
I
mean?
don't
They're like,
understand
"It
what you're
puts
saying
off."
right
I was like,
now.
that makes less sense.
It was horrible.
Oh, like pudding?
Yeah, like
pudding, like-
P-U-D-D-I-N-G. I didn't know that because I thought the pudding went bad. You don't want it anymore. It's like off-putting. The pudding's off because it's dairy.
First of all, pudding can't go off. It's really lots of sugars. It's gonna keep it preserved.
Okay, food
Okay,
scientist.
CBG.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And second of all, was the person that corrected you your 3-year-old child, because it's such common sense.
I don't need that
of
from
what
you.
it is. Like,
I don't need that
Daddy,
from you.
You're getting that from me.
Okay.
We're in a bed. We're going crazy.
The other thing, maybe you'll relate more to it. It's bang for your buck. I thought it was bank for your buck because you take the buck that you earn to the bank. You bank your buck. And then somebody was like, it's bang. And I was like, why are you banking bucks?
I think that you should take this to small claims court and sue the person who made this expression. Yeah.
I'll sue my English teacher from elementary school.
Yes.
You didn't do a good job.
Speaking of kids, how did you guys meet?
Me and my kids
No.
the delivery room. It was
Really?
fucking phenomenal.
How was that experience?
It was great. I mean, like they say that childbirth is hardest on the dad. So I was able to get through it without, actually my wife yelled at me because I fell asleep in the chair and she said I looked way too comfortable. I'll never forget that.
Though.
Once you fall asleep in them.
The best is, I don't know if you've ever seen the meme in regards to like, this is really bad, but it's a funny meme. Childbirth and being there as the husband and all that stuff. There's a photo of him like having a pizza. He's like, oh, I'm letting my wife not cook tonight. She's had a tough day.
Yeah.
Which is very opposite of us because me and you we cook breakfasts and lunches and dinners. So
caregivers.
very active.
Yeah, but that's because we don't earn any money.
That's it. That's our trade-off. We don't work.
We have to do something around the house.
Like I made protein mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Enjoy, everybody.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have, Shriver?
I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
7, 5, and 3. And the 3-year-old is bigger than my 5-year-old because he's a giant.
He's so cute.
He's the cutest.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he knows it too. And you, Carson, how many kids do you have?
Your interview. I
Shut
have
up, nobody cares.
3
Okay.
kids as well. 10, 7, and we'll be 5 next week.
But his kids, unlike my kids who are freeloaders, his kids are earners.
It's true.
What do your kids do?
My kids are in commercials. They're in movies. Oh, really? Yeah. Actually, as this podcast was happening just now,
He's on his phone now.
I got
for
an
those
email
listening.
that my daughter has an audition. I don't know if I can say this, but who cares? For Little House on the Prairie, the new
cool.
reboot, as a main character. So we'll see. Hopefully that happens
Tell
and I
the
can quit this
story of
business.
how-
See you later, Bexbrock.
Carson, tell us the story, because the girls don't know it, of how Daisy Ridley stole your movie idea.
I know that story.
Oh, do you know
I
it?
told her.
Oh, yeah.
I told her.
It's a
Great
good
story.
one, so you would love to tell the world this story.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
tell Dom.
Okay, I'll tell a shortened version so I don't get sued. Because I have no idea how far this is gonna go. So my daughter's an actress. She was in a movie with Daisy Ridley. For those of you who don't know her, she's most known for. She was like the Jedi in the reboot of the Star Wars movies, and my daughter played her daughter in the movie.
Not in
And
the
so-
Jedi movie.
Not in Star Wars. In a movie called The Marsh King's Daughter. Good movie. It's pretty good. It's on Amazon Prime. Check it out.
I haven't seen it because I don't like scary movies.
It's more of a thriller than a scary, but anyways, nonetheless. So I was on set with her because, when you're a 5-year-old actress, you need a parent there apparently. And so for 3 weeks I was on set.
Is that how
and
young she was? 5 years old?
She was
when
5.
She filmed it?
Yeah.
Wow, that was so long ago.
Which is crazy. Yeah, 5 years ago now. And so I was on set for 3 weeks. And because she's playing her daughter, I'm spending a lot of time with Daisy, and it's a small group of people. It's a smaller movie, and so it's like me and Daisy and like the makeup artist, like all hanging out all day, every day, 12-hour days. So we kind of became close in that time frame. And so I started getting as I do with friends, start roasting her and making fun of her because that's my personality. And
That's why
I
you
started,
have one friend, and that's me.
Yeah, that's why I have no other friends besides Shriver. And so one day I said, I'm like, you're really obsessed with my daughter. She's not your kid, right? She's not yours. It's getting weird, and I'm not liking this at all. I'm just making fun of her. And I'm like, but you know what? Actually, that'd be a good idea for a movie, a child actress, a mom, and the mom becomes obsessed and starts integrating to the family and blah, 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 blah. So I give her this whole idea, and I thought of it in 2 minutes. It was a very passive thought, and I just kind of told her this. A few months later, she leaves me a voicemail, and she's British. She's like, Danielle, oh my God,
Don't do it. You can skip the accent.
Yeah, I won't do the accent. It's super offensive. Hello, Governor. And I'm like,
she's a beef eater.
Yeah. And so she's like, we're making the movie. We're doing this movie. She's like, it's changing a bit, but from whatever. And they went ahead and they made this movie about my family. So it's there's a character that's me. There's a character that's my son. There's a character that's my wife. There's a character that's my daughter. My other daughter, for some reason, didn't make the cut, so there's no third child. And the movie was released, and it was put out there. And she left me a voicemail kind of saying, it's going to look very different. It's changed. Kind of, it seemed like she was just hedging her bets. And then when she did her, press junket on this movie, the story of how she thought of it changed significantly. Yeah, there's some videos on YouTube. I won't get into it, but like she's like she did, you know what, in all honesty, she did mention, like, she was super nice, and I'll be complete honest, an idea is just an idea. As we know, relating this back to the CPG world, it's all about the execution. Yeah. These ideas are all out there for anyone to grab, and me talking about a brief concept for a minute, it's not really my idea. She developed it,
but
she paid.
At least we all know the truth now, everybody listening.
Totally.
Where
like
that,
there's
where
a little
that
bit
idea came from, guys.
But 100%. But she was
idea, man.
she was sweet, and she was nice, and and on this tour she mentioned Joey many times, saying like that she inspired it and blah 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 blah. But it was just funny that like this little quick conversation that we had turned into something, and yeah, she totally made it what it became. So
God, you should
cool.
get royalties.
Yeah.
Well, she earns more money than me and Carson, that's for sure.
My daughter. Oh, yeah.
I mean, Daisy Riddler definitely does.
Yes.
But your 10-year-old daughter does.
And my son, he's just in like I was in Florida, and I'm watching like TV, and his commercial's on in Florida.
Cute.
It's crazy.
There's like, do you remember that 90s commercial where the kid in glasses sitting quietly and just eating like the one French
Dom
fry at a
doesn't.
time
She was born
with,
that
like,
day.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
His son is very
for my
much
birthday.
that. It's very cute.
So how did you know that your kids were actors? Could you just tell?
So my wife was always like interested in that part of the industry, and my daughter, like my oldest, who's now 10, had like a crazy memory when she was young. Like her recall at 3 and 4 was just like insane, like to a point where like we were like gonna test her for different things. And that's all you really need for children who are acting, is just like someone who listens, who's not crying and whining and like putting up like a fight for everything you ask them, and having a really good memory. They don't need to be like amazing actors or not like Academy Award. They're just like someone who listens and can remember what to do. Yeah. And they were just good at that. And then so during COVID, she was like, we were watching a lot of movies, and she's like, I want to do that, because she was just doing like print stuff and like, you know, random little tiny things. And they're like, well, you're gonna need a real agent for that. And so she's like, you know, I want to do this at four. She's like, I want to do movies. I want to do TV shows, because that's all we did was watch TV all day. And so she, you know, did a
Girl knows
audition.
What she wants.
She did an audition. Yeah, she knew what she wanted. She did an audition for like a real agency, and they accepted her. She did the monologue from, you remember from E.T.?
Yeah.
So like when he's like crying and like screaming for E.T. to come back and stuff, she did that, and she had tears and everything. It was like pretty amazing. Yeah. I'll show it to you after if I can find it.
But okay, so girls, I wanted to know, how did you guys meet? How long have you been friends?
Yeah, enough about
What's
us.
the founder connection, like what do we got? What's the story? Origin story?
Founder connection.
Founder story.
What's
Yeah,
up,
Dom had a business prior to her being like a Bexproth business partner.
Okay, what was your business, Dom?
It was called The Happy Era, which is what
That's
the
the
podcast
podcast
is.
is
Yeah,
called. Okay.
you're so smart.
Well, I listened.
Hey,
I
we
heard.
listen and we don't judge. I was
Not
making.
publicly. I definitely judge.
Okay. Duly noted, just
Okay.
not for the next half hour.
No.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
no.
I was selling high protein waffles and baking mixes while I was in school, and Becky and
That you
I.
made yourself?
It was a school project, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it was a school project. I was studying engineering at the time.
Okay.
And I just started to grow, and I was at the farmer's market and then selling online, and Becky and I just became, I think, really customers of each other's product. Was the first
get
time that we
out.
met each other. And then we went for lunch one day, and then we were just instant good
I
friends.
had no idea.
Instant
The rest is
besties.
history.
So serendipitous.
In the same
Cute.
area? Like, were you guys close?
No, we didn't know each other like at all. And then it was really interesting because it was actually like you were my first adult friend that I had made. I was just leaving school and
I think I was 26.
yeah,
okay.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
But
yeah.
otherwise, if you're an adult friends
Um,
with kids,
eh,
that's weird.
No, don't worry. No, I like
Triple
yeah.
X adult friendship.
I mean,
That's fun. So you guys, so how did it work? You guys decided to go into business together because you already, obviously, Farmers Market had your Beck's Broth going in that capacity. So did you guys like make a business together? Did she like help you out and eventually come in? Like, how did it become that you guys are partners on Beck's Broth?
Dom, you answer that one because it's your vision.
yeah, so we always worked really well together just to set the standard. Beck's really good at sales and marketing, and
Okay.
I was better at numbers. So we were kind of just like jamming on everything at work.
Okay.
And we always joked that one day we would have a business, but I was like, I really want to do business with her. And I also just had this gut feeling with my business where I didn't want to do it forever. I didn't love the manufacturing side of it, and it
Okay.
needed a lot of manufacturing.
Okay.
And I really loved bone broth. I have my own gut health issues, so I was just really drawn to what she was doing. So I just picked up the phone one day, asked her to sit down, and asked her if I could join as her business partner.
Sick. I love that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Shot your shot.
I did, yeah.
And it made sense for you.
Totally.
Yeah, because so you and Carson are the one pod of peas.
I was gonna say, which one am I more like?
Oh my God,
Which Daniel am I more like?
funny.
Okay, but I don't
You
really.
and Carson are the same person. Me and Dom are the same person.
Yes, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm more
Dom
of
is
the.
cute and approachable though.
Yeah, she's
So,
not like
some similarity
offensive.
there, but like not all.
Numbers is
Yeah.
what you. But both of you
Excel
guys are going to
sheets?
be replaced with Claude and ChatGPT. So let's not
Probably.
celebrate yet.
Probably.
Like Beck, we know what's
no,
up,
no,
right?
no.
Creativity you can't mimic, but.
I make images on ChatGPT all the time.
Yeah, but they're like you have third arms and stuff. They're not quite there yet. I got 2 years
Not
at
quite
least.
there yet.
So hold on a second. So back it up. Beep beep. So Beck, short for Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Only when I'm in trouble.
Okay, so Rebecca. Was it a big jump to? So obviously, like me and Schreiber started apart. Like the idea was mine originally, but like I didn't start going out there into the world of selling and the brand, or it was just all creative early on until Schreiber came on board. So like, was that like a big like weight off your shoulders? You were doing everything yourself when you first started, and you're like, oh, a partnership makes so much sense. Were you nervous about the dynamic? I know that you guys got along. Like me and Schreiber have been best friends since grade 3, but we never worked together, right? So that's a big change for us.
We had like clear lanes. Like there's no
For sure, but we can still, again, the friendship, even though the friendship could come apart, and I'm still hoping that it does, because we can just argue a lot, right?
Yeah.
Even in our own lanes.
Yeah.
So were you nervous about that at all? Or was it just like a huge pleasant surprise?
I think a little bit of both. I think I made myself nervous thinking of what others would think, because I'm such an intuitive frig yeah
okay,
kind of
you
girl.
can
Sorry guys. Fuck yeah.
We'll put the M letter on the podcast.
But I'm such an intuitive, and it felt really good to me. But then, of course, I was like, okay, well, if I start, like, imagine me going to tell my family that Dom's going to be my business partner, or my husband, and I know they're going to be like, did you think this through?
Yeah.
So I tried to be like, tried to act cool to Dom. Like, yeah, like, let me like think about this, and like, I'll let you know.
Downplay
When
it.
I went to go, and then I ran upstairs and I told my husband, he's like, why are you like pulling this apart? Like, it makes sense. Like, like that's like the next best thing.
Was that when you were still like broth in a jar? Or were you already
I already, So after that point, it was already in a powder format, because I
Which
remember
we know, because at CHFA it was in powder and you were by yourself at
and
that
then
point.
Dom was right beside me with the happy era. So I was
Why
their
didn't we
first-
connect? We just ignored you completely. We walked right by you.
Word.
So and then when Dom and I first actually were like, yep, like, no, we're serious, we're into this, like, let's be business partners. We hired a mentor for 3 months. I met with him every single week, and it was great. Honestly, it was great because who was he? His name was Mark Rodford.
Okay.
So yeah,
Mark.
he's
I know
in
him.
Guelph. And so we just went through all the hard conversations. It was pretty much because then we needed to figure, okay, well, how's the business going to be
But
split
how did
up?
you have the insight to do that? Like to
Because
make
we're
that
freaking geniuses.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
like
one thing we're missing, geniuses.
well,
Got it.
we wanted to make sure that we did it right. And I actually think a big learning experience that I learned from when I was doing bone broth in the glass jars, I listened to all the Midday Squares podcasts. That's what I did. I listened to business podcasts, and then I learned that him and like Leslie and Nick, they all went to therapy every single week together.
Yeah.
And to figure it out and learn how to communicate with one another. And I really I admired that so much. And I was like, hey, why don't Dom and I do that? Like, we'll do the similar thing, because we
Did
also
Dom think that was weird when
no,
you suggested it?
Dom was so
He was
on
down?
board. Yeah.
The mentor, not the therapy, or both?
Same thing.
Our mentor was our therapist, pretty much.
Yeah.
So at that point, we had our objective was to figure out how to become strong business partners with our mentor, and then so our mentor was guiding us through that process. So we went through, okay, well,
Like, what's the connection with the
Mentors.com.
I think we met him.
down mentor?
Plenty
No.
of fish.
He worked out of he had some shared office space from where my commercial kitchen was. So he was just like, everybody in Guelph kind of knows him that's in the business world.
Cool.
But the good part about him was he actually mentored both of us individually
Beforehand.
as business owners beforehand. So we both felt like he really respected both of us, and it wasn't like
he had insight into
yeah, exactly. And it wasn't like one of us was pulling the other into like a biased relationship.
Yeah.
He was like very neutral, which was really
And like he helped us figure out, okay, the comfort level of like shares and what the share agreement will look like, because we both don't know. And I'm not gonna lie, there was conversations where it felt like it was hard for me to give up a percentage of Beck's broth, but then as soon as I gave into that and being like, oh wait, no, like Dom's literally gonna transform my company, our company. Of course, she's so worthy of all the shares that she
So
wants.
what Carson always reminds me is when Steve Jobs passed away, he owned 1% of Apple. right?
Wow.
And that's $1 trillion company. And in his entire like ethos was you can't build things by yourself, and it's worth more when you have less.
Totally.
So that was and I still like argue with him because I have like my convictions, but ultimately like I know it's the truth. Yeah. That's really cool.
So and here we are. And like honestly, even within the first like 30 days of Dom even like working for Beck's Bros, she already paid for herself for the year. She got us a sick grant that we wouldn't have normally gotten because I didn't have time to fill out grants. So it really just like honestly, we just leaned in and we trusted each other and just have that deep respect for one another. And it still is like that, like 2 years later.
Okay,
So
here, honesty moment, okay?
Okay.
Have you had a fight, and what was your first fight? Like,
I think
what was the first battle?
I don't even remember what our first fight would be. There's been some sticky conversations.
Totally.
But I don't know. Do you remember like an actual example?
I remember. I still journal about this moment. I remember. Well, I think I remember. We were at Michael's house doing like our annual planning meeting, and I just made a suggestion that was really out of the left field. And I had joined like a month before. Like I was working like 20 hours a week because Beck hired me for 3 months while we were doing the mentorship for 20 hours a week just to make sure that we worked well together. And I made a suggestion that like we should make the business be like more e-com and not retail. And at that point, like she had just finished CHFA, like we were really getting into retail. And I think like maybe it wasn't my place to be so bold, and you were just like, what? And then it was just kind of awkward.
Right? Ultimately, you went that direction.
Well,
we still are growing retail.
Yeah, I know you are, but you guys went e-com first, we went retail first. Now we're trying to grow our e-com, and you're trying to grow your retail. Yeah. That's really
it wasn't a fight though.
Okay.
Because
I remember I think it was your wife, Carson, who asked us, not recently, but like, like in the past year or so, like, do we fight? And you were like, we actually haven't been in a fight.
No, we don't fight. And I guess that's, I mean,
I feel
since
like
we've been friends since grade 3,
like name calling.
we just, literally like Schreiber says something or I say something that could have been a contentious conversation or whatever. And we're like, you're a moron. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Go suck 35 dicks. Like, that's right.
Okay,
that's okay, PG.
Yeah. I'm feeling comfortable. I took off my bear costume.
My
35 is a good number for him.
Yeah, like
but
a bunch of bags.
But that's it, because that was our relationship before we started working. So I've had partners who have been my friends before where things ended not great.
But
we always had the relationship of literally roasting and making fun of each other. And it's funny when we come to a point where we're like, should we do this, that, or the other? We convince each other our perspectives, and we both yield often. Like Schreiber, I'm like, even on the way here, we're talking we're doing the Eat Well, Live Well show. Are you guys going to that?
We are not going to. Is their second year doing it, right? Or their first?
I don't know. I don't think it's their first because they have pictures from last year.
Yeah.
So. Anyways, we're going to this show. We don't do a lot of like consumer selling shows. We're going to do more this year. I saw that you posted that you know a lot, so maybe you'll tell us. And so we were talking about like what is going to be our show special and packages. We have 3 different lines of products and 3 to 4 SKUs of each of those. So how do you package things together to get all these different things in people's mouths? And so Char's like, yeah, me and Faf, who's our new VP of sales, we're talking about it, and we think we should do this. I'm like, I don't like that idea at all. What do we think about this? And we just started talking. And we came to like the best case scenario in 5 minutes.
Which I have to say, and shout out to Monica because she asked that we talk about this. Speaking of which, just like talking things out and coming out of the other side of that, light at the end of the tunnel. When we sampled at a Healthy Planet in Niagara in April, like last April, it was raining. Maybe 4 people walked into the store the whole time.
Oh, man.
Me and Carson just spent the entire time in the aisle looking at the set, seeing what's missing. We identified it's protein oatmeal. And then how are we going to make our protein oatmeal the best? In the 4-5 hours in the store, the entire product line was finished front to back. Wow. Formulation, branding, positioning, claims, call outs, badges, the whole thing was done. And I told that story to Monica, and Monica was like, I love that. Please tell everybody that. Like, people should know these stories of like how, things get developed and invented and idealized.
Idealized.
Ideation.
I do
declare.
You declare new oatmeal.
So yeah, that's how protein oatmeal came about. And we actually like decided a while ago, we're going to look at Pepsi and we're going to look at what Quaker's doing. And Quaker's got endless R&D money, and we have to trust that they figured everything out. So if they are doing or not doing something, we're not going to spend our R&D money to try to validate or negate that.
Right.
Yeah, we just find a way to see like, oh, this is something that they're doing. How do we do this better, right?
So like we were talking with our
how do we
Walmart
stand out?
buyer, and I don't remember how it came up, but we're like, prebiotic oats is not a thing. He's like, nobody wants prebiotic oats. We're like, yeah, because otherwise Pepsi would have made a Quaker prebiotic oats. He's like, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's obviously you guys just launched your naked broth.
Love it. It's so smart. It's so
with prebiotics. We were talking about
oatmeal.
we were talking about oats. Like you think prebiotics, you think of like broth, you think of yogurts, you think of these different
drinkable,
things.
like liquids or gels
I
or
don't
like
know what a
something,
prebiotic oatmeal is, but maybe it's great, and maybe there, again, it takes a forward-thinking person
But
to try
here's the
something
other
different.
thing. Our oatmeal, protein oatmeal, fava bean isolate, complete amino acid.
Yeah,
profile.
you get it. It's just whether or not you want to lean into that messaging from a marketing perspective. They might already have prebiotics, and those are all great.
Right.
But is that your main call out? But anyways, enough about us. I wanted to know. So you launched this naked broth. How's it going?
Like an epiphany, or did you guys like
Or was it
strategize for a long
inspired
time?
by like, you know what? Like, let's shift. Let's try something. Let's do something different.
I think people from the beginning have always said, are you just ever going to do regular bone broth?
Yeah.
And our answer was always
Like, where do you get that?
like at like trade shows and stuff. And like you said, we do a lot of consumer shows. So we hear that feedback, and retailers just say, okay, well, where am I positioning this? Am I positioning it with the regular broth? And we always say, no, we're trying to do something different. We have an innovative product line, yada, yada, yada. But then we've been having so many fun like campaigns pull through, like just like with like our, they're very fun.
I love that 50s like esque look. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's totally.
So we weren't
too, right? Like that kind of 50s vintage vibe. So
Yeah. So then we were thinking, we're like, okay, you know what? Like, let's just do a plain bone broth. People have been asking for it. We'll call it naked. And that was like the idea, like that really
The
sold
naked
me through.
changed
Where it was
it.
like, okay, wait, we can be naked. Like we can do a fun naked campaign. Like let's
I feel
do
like
it.
That's so like in line in the timings, right? And I don't remember the founder's name, but she's got her strip club. What the
Oh my God, yeah. Sleeper Die.
and like the strip
Love her.
Gorgeous.
club angle is so smart.
It's so sick.
It's so smart.
Yeah. So we're just honestly, so then when we were thinking about launching naked, it came at the most perfect time because then we're like, great, well now fiber is the up and coming trending thing for 2026. Let's throw in 5 grams of acacia fiber. So now let's get the protein and the fiber, and now let's market this new product as instead of like a cafe style beverage, now we're going to innovate it or like market it as a meal enhancement. So making it into your salad dressings, because I mean, how great is it that you can have a salad for lunch? You're going to put
It's
some
not
salad
flavored,
dressing,
right? It doesn't have
no.
anything.
But now you can put your bone broth powder, your Beck's broth naked into your salad dressing and have 15 grams of protein without needing to cook a chicken breast at lunch, right? So just having
And
fun
still
there.
same price point.
And same price point. We decided to keep it line price just because it keeps everything. It makes everything
Our
easy.
competitor
Yeah.
doesn't do that. Shout out, thanks.
Hey.
So we'll see what happens. Honestly, it's just we envisioned it being like an LTO, so like a limited time offer, just kind of play around. But like, if it does well, then we'll keep it around.
Yeah.
You know.
So do you have any other limited time offers? 'Cause I know
We
you're
originally
trying.
had salted caramel as an LTO, and then that one really performed out of our expectations, so we just added it to our line as well.
Not surprising.
So right now we have our hot chocolate, our coffee, our matcha, our salted caramel hot chocolate, and then right now our LTO is our naked, and then our seasonal products is the PSL, the mint, and then there's a couple of other goodies coming along this year.
Cool. How do you find the processes with listing a seasonal item with a retailer? Is it tough to get them to take in one more SKU for like, well, how many units do you expect to sell back?
And that's exactly, it's hard, especially because when there are stores and retailers that if they're going to list a new product, they need an intro deal on it. So like even for example, I'm just going to say like Healthy Planet. If you're going to list a new SKU with them, they need 50% off. That's their intro deal. So then if you're thinking about the math, okay, well, if this is just a limited time offer and I'm going to give them 50% off of their first case, like when can I see the ROI? Right. So like at what point does it make sense?
So is it negotiable?
And that sometimes it is, but then sometimes it's not, or it's just like we already have 4 facing SKUs and they don't have room for another or
so
a
is
fifth.
it more for like online then? Like when you do seasonal, it's like let's get
definitely
push the online
and then whatever retailers wants to take it, they can. So when we get into the bigger chain type of things, it becomes a little bit harder, but we thrive in independence anyway. So that's all. Yeah, we do.
Who's
so
your
that's our
favorite
main focus.
Say it, answer.
Ooh.
Don't make her choose. Like choose your child. I mean, I can choose my favorite kid, but I couldn't choose my favorite independent store.
I don't have a favorite kid.
I have
You hate them all equally.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dom's like, yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna try and play around. I know that you guys have shippers and like floor stands and stuff for
Yeah.
our holidays to help push our seasonal SKUs into more retailers. We're gonna try and do a corrugated sidewinder and try and launch it. So we're gonna try and see if we can play around in the fall.
That makes it easier for sure.
Also, nobody listening right now cares about that at all.
Tell me more about your favorite.
Corrugated
Wait, guys.
sidewinder.
A corrugated sidewinder. Wow. Corrugated sidewinder.
Incredible.
Next for everyone here in life.
Ooh.
Starting a new business. I'm getting out of CPG.
Are you gonna be a bear entertainer at kids parties?
Yes.
Yeah, like a
Yeah, but I have to find
Rainforest Cafe.
I have to find a new place too. I'm not allowed near kids' birthday parties.
Oh,
anymore
yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
Province of Ontario.
We'll edit that part out of our family brand.
Okay, we'll be fine.
Personally, coming up, Dom, why don't you tell them about your next trip?
Oh, I'm going to Japan in 2 weeks.
We're so jealous. We talk
Yeah.
about Japan all the time.
I feel
We said
so
that's
lucky.
Our exit trip. Like if we, are blessed enough to have an exit,
You
me and
will
Carson,
when you have
Thank
an
you.
exit.
I feel that way too. That's what we're going
Hey.
for. It's manifesting. Me and Carson, we're going to go to Japan. We're
Yes.
going to do the cities. We're going to do the mountains. We're going. I will tell you what my personal Japan thing that I want to do. I want to rent. I want to rent a boat with a captain and a sushi chef on the boat. I want to catch a fish in the water, and I want the sushi chef to make me sashimi right there on the boat.
Oh,
with
that would be
fish.
insane.
I'm dying to do that. And then also the Japanese watch market is highly discounted. So
Really?
Yep.
Let me see. What watch
Yeah.
are you wearing now? Do we have a story
Tudor.
behind that?
There's no story. The story is I had a watch that I didn't like.
Wrist.
And somebody wanted to trade, so I did trade these. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So hold
love
on,
that.
hold on. Your beautiful, whatever fantasy trip cut off Dom.
Sorry.
So you're going
to Japan.
She's
Yes.
Yeah,
actually
she's
going?
actually
And
going.
listen to this life hack. I am the designated travel planner on our team. Becky acts like she didn't used to be a project manager for 9 years. So,
Does she have a rider when she goes places like M&M's, no red ones? I need blue Powerade.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what a rider is?
No.
Cool.
Yeah. Riders back there.
All right.
So hold on, you're going to who and where and
I'm
when?
going. I was gonna say I track my flights all the time. That's my hobby. I'm always tracking flights.
Okay.
I saw Japan was $1,200 to get there from Toronto,
That's
which
wicked.
I paid more
Okay.
than that to go to Portugal last summer. So we booked flights. My boyfriend and his parents.
Sweet.
Can you share a picture for everyone watching at home of your boyfriend? And
Are you also going to
Yes.
go away for 3 weeks like Carson does with no regard to business?
You know what? I'm actually taking
3
some time
weeks.
off this time.
Very
I
nice.
actually made a plan. So
Okay.
I have Gavin, who's incredible. He's going to watch my whole inbox, and
Okay.
then he'll just text me in the morning if anything needs my attention.
Love that.
But I
Called
think
an EA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. He's not, but he
But that's-
graciously
yeah.
has
Yeah, that's
said he would do
phenomenal.
that for
Yeah.
me. I usually work every single trip and I love it because I even just find I get relaxed just from going to a new environment. But I think it's really good that we build a culture. We're going to be in this for a
100%.
long time where we're able to actually take a little bit of time off and
Yeah.
also be really present with the people that you're with.
I like you, if that's what you're, I feel like as an entrepreneur, I feel like you do get more pleasure out of your travels when you have a limited connection. So
Yeah.
the disconnect makes me go crazy because then I spiral. I just
I need to know
spiral.
what's happening. Yeah.
What's happening. But to have to be able to answer an email or to have an hour where you step away and just do
100%.
that, even if you don't have to do anything, at least you checked it. I find
or
Yeah.
to get a FaceTime call from your partner every 30 to 40 minutes asking you another question for 2 weeks.
He's in Florida with his
Literally.
entire family, nucleus and extended family.
yeah.
I don't feel bad about FaceTiming him every 5 minutes because I know that he
Hey,
doesn't
what's
want to be
this?
there
Right.
anyways.
I'm like, yeah,
This
call me back in 5 minutes. They want to go for a walk. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry, Shriver. We have
Again,
this big
Shriver,
PO
this
and
guy, this
try.
guy.
You know what? I'm gonna go
Always.
upstairs and sit in the air conditioning for the next 3 hours. And that was our
great.
trip. So what else are you going to do in Japan, though?
So we're going up to, I also have planned nothing for this
Okay.
trip. Braden did it all. But we're going up to the mountains and we're doing like a 3-day hike. There's like some like old trail that you can only get through by foot.
Yeah.
They used to like deliver things or
Yeah.
something like that. So we're hiking there. Then we're going to go down to Kyoto. And then we're actually going to Uji, which is where our matcha is grown.
Oh,
we'll get to
that's
see-
sick. Okay.
Yeah. So it's
I
actually
love
a
that.
write-off this trip.
Totally.
All of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
who writes it off?
Me.
They do. She doesn't get the reference ever.
Oh.
Dude, like this. Who is she? Stick with your Excel sheets, Tom.
You know what?
Let's try it again. Who writes it off?
What was I supposed to say?
They do.
They do.
Who? Let me say the write-off people.
The write-off people.
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek, baby.
Yeah,
Oh.
thank you back. Okay.
Originally Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
We
So,
have a trip
like-
coming up, Carson.
It's true. Yes, me and
where are we
Schreiber
going?
are going to Cape Canaveral in Florida. We're
Why
actually
would we ever be going there?
we're actually going to Orlando because that's where you book a hotel. So first we're gonna go to Disney together, just me and Schreiber. No, we're not.
Yay.
My wife already said to me, she's like, if you go to Disney, I'm gonna kill you. Because we're like a very Disney family. I got like Disney tattoos and stuff all over me. So I can't go to Disney with Schreiber as much as he begs me
I
to go.
literally have zero interest.
Yeah, we're not
in
going.
visiting
We're not
Disney.
go. Okay, well,
Like,
maybe we'll go.
Zero interest. I
So-
want to go hiking in a mountain where nobody can find me.
I was
don't
just
have
in
any interest
Universal.
crowds
Also
and-
fun.
And lineups.
Why are you going?
We're
You
going.
guys are gonna go off topic. Like this is
okay.
what you guys do.
So
Sorry.
hey guys, I'm Daniel. We're going because our product, Goldy's Super Seed Cereal, the strawberry lavender flavor, is going to feed a Canadian astronaut as he travels on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
Flex.
The furthest an astronaut or Super Seed has ever traveled in space. And they invited us, which is really cool, to watch the launch. Now here's the caveat. We couldn't figure out if we're going to book a week, a day, or whatever, tickets that can be changed, because they don't really know when it's launching. They have a window. It all depends on the weather, the positioning of the moon, the light, the beaming, the aliens, whatever it is.
Science.
We don't know. Science.
Follow
in
the science,
Science in the
Carson.
sky. And so we're like, okay, we can't go. We can't book for like a week and a half. It's just too much of a strain. We don't know if we can A, afford it, and B, our families can afford not having us because, whatever. Protein mac and cheese has got to be served by somebody. And so we were like, we'll book it for like 3 or 4 days and we'll just pray that it happens in that window. And if it doesn't, it's also a good story that the countdown to launch and the countdown to us leaving, will they match up? And what will the
I feel
cliffhanger
it's
look
very
like?
real. Like, we have families, we're primary caregivers. We can't just go away for 7 days and spend $6,000 we don't have.
That may not even happen
Yeah,
because it may
so-
not even happen in April. It
Yeah.
could get pushed a
we
month.
set a parameter for ourselves.
So we're trying.
Yeah,
so
set your limits, play within it. That's what I always say. What?
very aggressive.
Like, when did I ask for that?
Nobody asked for that aggression.
The best though is how we got on to like the whole Canadian Space Agency NASA thing.
How did that happen?
So we got an email not this past summer but the summer before, and it came from like a Canadian government type of email address, and it was in French and English, and it was like, hey, we've chosen you to be tested for a space flight, and we're like, fuck off, like just delete, like that's an
Right.
obvious spam.
Right.
And then it came again, and we're like, this is ridiculous. And then it came again, and we're like, this may be real. So we actually like wrote back, and the girl or lady at NASA, her name is Sam. I've never met her, but she's like the nicest person, like writes back in real time. They're super easy to deal with. The funny thing is they kept on placing orders on our website because being a government body, they can't like take free samples because it's like, it's bribery.
Yeah,
or
we're like,
whatever
stop
it is,
ordering
right?
like 2 bags. We're happy to send you a whole entire case if you want. Like, this is awesome. This is
Yeah.
once we realized it was real. And she's like, no, we're the government. We can't just like, be influenced by free stuff. We have to go through the right channels. And so we just got orders once a month, trying different flavors, and they were putting them in different
But eventually,
tests.
all those orders were to Quebec, like to the Canadian Space Agency, and then eventually one day the order
Quebec
is
or Ottawa?
to
No, it's Quebec. You're right.
is to Houston, like NASA, like the NASA headquarters in Houston, and we're like, oh, this is pretty real, like this is cool. So we sent it, and then I'll never forget this. I was at Chudley's, and I was wearing my baby Evan like on the like baby Bjorn, and I got an email. I look at it, and it's like, congratulations. Tests are passed and you've been approved for a space flight and you're launching. And I was like, gosh, went nuts, and everybody stops and they're looking at me. It's like, I'm going to space, and they're like, oh, you're not.
Please leave,
like,
sir.
You are not.
Please leave.
Well, I don't know what's going on. Drugs you
Go
ate
get
before you
tested.
came into
But
Chudley's.
still, that is so. I'm gonna take this microphone.
Yeah,
That is so cool. I remember when you guys first told me that. Like, it's been a year, a couple months ago at least.
Yeah.
When you guys first told me that, I like had tears in my eyes for you, like being like, that's
unbelievable.
like a
Yeah.
really cool feat that you were
Yeah.
able to
Aw,
accomplish in business.
thank you.
And the cool thing is, so like, it doesn't generate us like any revenue. I think they bought like $96 worth of
Yeah,
product.
the one
but,
bag.
but it's such a
Yeah.
flex. It's so much clout. It's so cool to talk about. Everybody cares about it, and people find it very cool. The interesting thing is, we're the only brand on the ship. They told us that there's no other. There's obviously food, but there's no other brands. Like, for instance, another product that's going are those like maple Canadian leaf shaped cookies. So I think like maybe a certain company makes it, but it's not like a brand of product, right? So we're like the only brand that's going, which is really, really cool. And now when I'm on YouTube, it's feeding, like, the algorithm feeds me like Artemis mission stuff. And so I watch it, and like they talk about, like, you know, and the astronauts eat like this, and they only, you know, like eat so much and like this. And I was like, it's so cool. I'm literally on that ship. Like, it's wild.
When you are one with your product.
It's so cool.
Except
Did-
they're gonna open the bag, the seeds are and the equipment.
Yeah.
The astronauts are gonna be eating you guys.
Catastrophic space flight crash. And life is over.
Weren't you wearing a spacesuit when I met you?
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
where was
Wow,
your
manifestation.
CHFA.
CHFA.
No, but that was because that was when we just found out. They were connected. I wasn't just wearing a spacesuit.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we were talking a little bit about like the space, like we were already approved at that point, but obviously the mission's been put off until it's time, and they do training after they select everything. But yeah, we just found at that point that we were going to space, so I ordered a spacesuit to wear.
But now there's another mission because we have a second set of samples that were, or not sample, like product that we're sending for them to test.
Artemis 3.
Is that for Artemis?
So Artemis 2
Is slingshotting around the moon.
slingshotting around the moon. It's the last mission before they decide to land on the moon. So Artemis 3 would be.
I was wondering when we were gonna attempt to land on the moon
That's
again.
Artemis 3.
Again?
Artemis. Welcome to the Conspiracy Podcast. Is the Earth flat? Space is not real. It's all a giant bubble.
We're in the Matrix. Yeah.
What's the
So
Matrix?
that's
Says
exciting
Dom.
for us.
Yeah.
What else is exciting for us, Carson? What are we trying to do?
Just trying to make, get cozy in this bed.
Yeah, we have a new broker, which is super exciting. Shout out to Marsham, and shout out to Kyle Marsham. He's the GOAT. Honestly, I love that guy.
Yeah.
So him and the COO of Marsham, Franco, and I tell everybody this story without shame. When we first launched and we knew nothing, so our product was a disaster. Apparently, we thought it was great, but we came to Kyle and Franco and we showed it to them. They cut us up on the spot, told us exactly what we're doing wrong, told us exactly what we have to do to at least be in like the ballpark of right and like have a chance on the shelf. And we took all of those suggestions and changed everything about our product immediately. We threw out all of our packaging. We ordered air
Recycled our packaging.
Thank you.
in the recycling.
Yeah, we didn't just throw it in the garbage.
No.
Like donated it to people who
We donated it to the
are short
recycling
on
house
bags
of
in
the
their
Goldy.
life.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, and so because of Kyle and Franco, we were able to get into the market. And then 3 years later, we always knew we wanted to be with Marsham. Because of that, but then we kept up like a relationship, and it was always like so friendly and so like open.
Yeah, like speaking of
and so
mentors that you
welcoming.
spoke about, like we've had a lot of informal mentors, like people just
Totally.
like who've given us tidbits of information that we pick up along the way from the different, agencies and brands and companies we've worked with. And we, is sometimes as like maybe confident as we might look or sound, we have like no shame in like hearing what's wrong, what we can learn.
Oh yeah,
what we can
we
do
go to
different.
everyone for soundboard.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't.
totally.
We love it. I love the negative or constructive feedback for the most part because we
also,
we get stuck in a bubble. We've been friends forever, so like we can just like keep like hyping each
Validating
other
each
up
other,
or
yeah.
like knocking each other down. But it's when we bring it to other people outside of our world that we're like, okay, that makes more sense. To me.
But I love the ability of a super small business of just being able to like execute a change immediately and knowing that it couldn't be like that if the organization.
It's so
was big.
sexy.
I love it so much. Like whether it's just like changing a small thing on your packaging. Oh, I have another packaging run coming up, so I can make that change. Like I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to snap like that later?
Like this.
Yeah. That was really loud. I felt that in my bones.
Like, oh, sick guy. Yo, guys, sick.
Am I supposed to laugh
I
right
think
now?
Dom just got turned on.
Yo, this guy's got the Toronto accent.
This
I like
man's
it.
as coolio.
Yo, you think you be cool because you're swearing?
What do they say? 2 2s?
Yeah, 222.
Yeah.
Well, as you're walking up, we're like your address is. Oh, should we say it on there? We're like 222, yo. We're at 222.
It's like like the tattoos that girls get, like the 777.
Alignment.
Yeah. Is that 222?
No, I don't know.
One of my
what is
roommates has a 222 tattoo, but she got it before she moved in here.
That's weird.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have a closing question.
Oh,
Are we
yes.
ready to wrap up?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Do we need to talk about
Do
anything
we
else?
need to?
Get out your notes back.
Yeah.
Do you have any notes?
That-
She's like, guys,
All your preparation notes.
she's like, guys, come on my podcast. My mics aren't working. The camera isn't working. We have the no notes.
I don't think I have any other. I just don't want to wrap this up because I'm enjoying myself with you guys so
Of
much.
course. We'll wait for part 2 of the episode.
Where is that going to be? At the pool?
We'll hang out in Schreiber's kid's bed. Dad, get out of my bed.
Wait, actually, let's just wrap it up by talking about something like really good about business. Like, what is your
I like
favorite thing about either working with each other, being best friends, or like childhood friends, or like just even? Do you?
I do.
All right, let's hear it.
My favorite thing about owning my own business and being an entrepreneur,
Tell me.
is being able to pick up my kids at like 3:30, 4 from school, to cook them dinner and just to be there for them, like how my parents were there for me. That's my favorite thing in the world.
That's very sweet.
Which is crazy because I know as an entrepreneur, you need to be working 24 hours a day. So like you're clearly checking out of the office too early, and we'll have a talk after this podcast. He's like, it's so great. At 12 o'clock, I can just stop
may have let
working.
the cat out of the bag.
I can just stop working.
He's like, what do you mean? That's where you are every
I
day
get a
at 3
2-hour
o'clock?
nap.
There's the siesta
before
from
I
12
pick
to
my
1.
kids.
Okay.
I think she asked about the partnership, but okay, you love your kids. That's nice. My favorite thing.
Your favorite part about our partnership?
These moments. No, there is no favorite. It's all a nightmare. I don't know. What was the question?
Your favorite part is when I ask you to
Go ahead.
design the graphic art that you make on your computer with me on a screen share.
Oh, it's the worst. So I've learned something. So again, like, how Schreiber said that we have lanes and stuff. When it comes to like coming up with like a new concept, a new design, a new whatever,
You can't talk to me about it.
you can't bring something to Schreiber until like close to the end because he's not a visual person really. Although
I
he,
thought I'm the boss.
no. Like I can't. No, nothing to do with that. You're an awful human. But
Okay.
because it's like you need to see it like mapped out. Like just showing you a piece of something is sometimes not enough, and so sometimes we will sit down and like do like once things are more fleshed out, and then we'll put it up on the screen and we'll adjust it together. And his feedback is totally valuable for that. I just can't bring something too early to him because he'll be
like, this is the idea, and I'll be like, but I think that it should.
He's
change.
like,
And be
yeah,
"No, but
change
that's
this.
of course
I'm like,
gonna
that's
change it."
just a placeholder. Like, I'm not gonna have
Like,
a
I don't
picture with
think
a
our
question
logo
mark
should
in
be.
it.
Yeah.
He's like, why are we putting a question mark badge on the bag? I'm like, it's a placeholder. So, but working with your friend, that's my favorite part.
I have to say, so as far as like what's my favorite part in working in this partnership with you, and we've had situations with different partners and people along the way where you have to like walk on eggshells and watch what you're saying and like be mindful.
Watch what you say, sir.
I don't have time for any of that, and I don't want to do any of that. I'm not interested in any of that.
It's also such a time saver by not doing that. Like,
Completely.
not peppering, not like going like, what do you think? And like beating around a bush. We're like, that's stupid. Let's move on. I agree. And we do that quick.
Yeah. No, I do have a therapist. For
Do you?
You're stupid, Schreiber. Your ideas are dumb. But yeah.
The text
I think
messages he
that's
sent.
one of my favorite things about business. And Dom and I, we don't fight or have those arguments, but we can be very transparent with how we're feeling in the moment. Like, even like example, like the other day when we were on the phone, Dom's wanting to get into something. And I said, I need you to know right now, I don't have any brain capacity for this. And then she got it. But then there was like a disconnect for like a second where you're like, thought that I was like being mean about it. I was like, no, I'm just letting you know I don't have brain cells to talk about it. Like, and I love that you're going there and I want to support you because your brain is there. But like, I can't be smart right now. So if you're wanting to talk about this and own it. I love that. But like, I can't riff. I can't
say that
riff.
to my wife like, I'm home late at like 8 p.m. and she needs to download her day. So she starts to like, do that on me. And I'll have to tell her like, I can't, I'm not here for that. I can't be that.
But that's the beauty of like being friends with your business partner is because then.
Wife, so perhaps I don't know if it's problematic way to communicate.
Wait, really?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, wait, you guys go way back.
First of all, the idea of finding somebody else that would marry me is a fucking fantasy. I married the first person that would marry me.
I'd marry you if you're single.
Oh, is this a love connection?
It's called Pillow Talk.
It is called Pillow Talk.
What was that?
But let us ask you, what's your favorite thing? Not necessarily about being like an entrepreneur, but like being an entrepreneur in this industry. Like, because you weren't in this industry before, so you got into it, and now that you're in it, what's awesome about it?
I think two things, which I think Dom has really helped me recognize because I don't think I found that before Dom and I became like really good friends. But like, I love that we can travel so much in this industry, and that's okay. And it's actually like a good thing. Like Dom and I have been traveling so much, and we always make sure that even though travel can become really exhausting when you're traveling for work, we always partner it with fun and marry it with fun.
Where are you going?
So like we're going to Vancouver, we're going to Alberta, like we're just doing
Shows and stuff?
meetings, trade shows, store demos. Last week we went to Calgary because Dom had a speaking event and I tagged along and I was able to do all these store tours by myself and then go and see our other CPG founder friends across the country. And like, how cool is that? Like, I just think
Did you go see Ian?
No, I went to go and we saw Vresh from OG Ghee, shout out Vresh. And then we saw Brandon.
Brandon.
Mitso,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's my favorite thing is just being able to be so flexible and travel and have so much fun.
Yeah.
And you?
That's a good question. I come from being in university and having all that flexibility pretty much my whole life. So I feel like I almost take for granted the schedule because I've just always had this cool schedule where I can be wherever I want at all times. But for me, I think it's really just the fact that you get to meet cool, interesting people every single day. And like everyone says, making friends is hard as an adult. And like, how do you spend time with friends? But I just get to work with all my friends. Our team is becoming my friends. And I just feel so like rich and surrounded by community and also mentally stimulated because there's always just a good conversation that you could have with someone about something.
And there's also like, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, it's great to be able to like cherry pick who is going to be around you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like having like a team and then you're like, oh, we're friends now. I feel that's because you chose them and you wouldn't have chosen a dud.
And that's like a big thing for Becky and I. Like we're big on vibes and that's something we talk about all the time. Like, how are we feeling about this? Like, do we need to change anything?
And like really learning like as we're growing and becoming like bosses to like a freaking team, which is actually crazy.
And they look up to you. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
they do.
yeah. But it really goes to show where it's like we want to make sure that we're only working with people that make us feel good at the end of the day. Yes. I don't want to have to avoid anybody's phone calls because I don't like the way they make me feel after we talk to them. So it's helping me learn how to not only like,
and that's so many people's realities.
Right.
So many people's realities. It's so sad.
It's like, no, like I don't want to choose to surround myself with somebody that like makes me feel icky. Like I'm not about to feel icky. Like we want dopamine all the time, and I get it. Sometimes business is hard, but if you're surrounding yourself with people that make you feel good, business can be so easy at the end of the day.
I have to say, between us, Carson is definitely the person who delivers like resolutions and calmness and perspective. I am like chaos. Hot-headed in chaos. Like I am either your best friend or want to fight you. Like it's and it can go like hot and cold in the same day. But I, like literally we're on FaceTime for half of the day, which is hilarious. Sometimes we're on FaceTime doing our own work, and my wife
Carson's like, that's not hilarious.
Working recently, but like she was home for 5 months and she'd be like, why are you on FaceTime with Carson? Like, I think we just forgot to hang up and now we're just on this FaceTime. But it's nice to just be able to be like, Carson, like I'm feeling stressed and like this and the worst and everything's going wrong, and then he'd be like, don't worry, there's always tomorrow, or like, don't worry, it'll work out, or like
I'm like Annie, I'm like, the sun will come out
tomorrow.
It's a remix.
Got it. But then you hang up the phone and you cry
and I search
uncontrollably.
Yes. I suppress my emotions because we both can't be basket cases, so I'm outwardly
Yeah, like
positive
when we were at
and
CHFA West,
inwardly.
we were in the hotel, and I just opened up the bathroom door, and he's in the corner, like crying, game, like shower is going. He's just crying. I was like, "What's
It's because
wrong?"
you ate my burger.
That
I was
is
so
why.
hungry.
We ordered 2 burgers to room service. They were so good. Honestly, what was it?
Wait, you actually
Paradox.
ate his burger?
Paradox. It was the best room service in the world. So
No,
this is
we shared
a
it.
true story. So me and Carson, we always book, like, we share a hotel room. So
that wasn't the wrap up question, by the way.
So we have our hotel room, and my wife happened to be in Vancouver for her own works, and she's like, "I'm gonna come by your hotel and say hi." We're like, "Okay,
This is
cool."
funny.
So it's like knock, knock, knock. Comes in. Me and Carson are in our bathrobes, just on one bed, sharing like a tray of dinner. And she comes and she sits on the other bed, and she's like, "Hey guys," and we're like, "Hi."
Why are you here?
Why are
We're
you
go-
here? And
No,
she's
but
like,
this is like a nice hotel, and so not only did they, like, first of all, the spread was beautiful. It was on this beautiful table. They lit a candle, like it was a
this is
gorgeous
romantic.
setup.
Very.
So me and Shriver
Yeah.
like accidentally fell into this romantic dinner, and then his wife walks in, and we're both in robes, sitting on opposite sides of the bed, facing each other, just like eating our hamburgers.
And she didn't stay long.
And she was like, I feel like I'm the third wheel here.
Yeah,
she
she
felt
did
very
not stay
uncomfortable.
long. Yeah.
Suffice it to say,
She's like,
they're
"Can I have a bite
going
of your
through some
burger?"
tough
We're like, "No,
times.
don't touch my burger." Yeah. But fantastic burger and fantastic hotel. Shout out to Paradox Hotel. Like,
Maybe
send
we'll
me
get
a
sponsored
discount
for next year
code.
because Vancouver
Yeah.
is expensive.
Our favorite hotel to stay in Vancouver is the Auberge. We fuck with them so hard. It's like probably
It's right near there, right?
Yeah,
too?
a
Like
3-minute
the
walk
tra-
from the convention
convention
center.
center,
It's
yeah.
like all gold and stunning, but they put up with our BS all the time.
Is it gaudy? Like gaudy gold? Like
No.
Nah, like nice
Like-
gold.
like
yeah, like
classy.
rich, honey.
Okay. I like that. Maybe we should stay there. Maybe we should switch. You guys
Cuddle
stay at the
puddle.
Paradox.
No, let's just same floor.
We'll get like adjoining rooms. I like that.
Oh, we'll do podcast, the pillow talk on the
traveling
road.
podcast.
Pillowcast on the road. Okay, so fine. I know that the girls want to wrap it up because we're now 3 hours into this.
Yeah.
So to really wrap it up, one word to close off the show. Give me one word. Whatever inspires. No, dumb. No, whatever inspires you, whatever you're feeling in this exact moment. A word to kind of just sum up the end of this and the next part of your day and the journey ahead of you.
You go.
I actually have a really good.
Yeah, here's a story. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're out of time.
Okay, my word: play.
Fantastic. That's a conjoining word.
Not even a word.
Silly.
That's it. Thanks, guys, for joining us. I'm Daniel. Friends. Friendship. No, guys. I thought we were exchanging numbers after this. He said we would go out. We'd see a movie. No.
Sweaty. I love that.
Yeah, hot,
Swass. We got a
steamy,
bunch of swass in this bed.
moist.
How many people
It's a good
do you think
word.
are still listening to this podcast?
Guys, if you've made it to the very end, please write in and tell us because we're very interested.
Like and
Yeah.
subscribe. Smash that like button.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining the Happy Era podcast. Hopefully, we'll see you again.
And if you guys want to come in for a pillow talk episode, let us know because this bed really gets the job done.
It really does.
We'll figure out how to open up